What's up guys, it's Eccentric Boy from TeamCalamity and this is a deck profile video. Um, I'm too lazy to get the cards out basically, so I'm just going to use Dueling Network for it. I ran this deck at YCS Brighton and I went 5-3. I didn't run this exact build though, so I'll talk about some of the changes that I made. But it's 6 Samurais, so I'll go through it. Sorry for the dodgy imagery. 3 Kage Musha, 3 Kaizan, 2 Elder, 1 Kageki, and 1 Inishi, the legendary 6 Samurai one. 1 Grandmaster, 1 Hand, 1 Zanji, 1 Spirit, 1 Maxi. Then 3 United, 3 Asceticism, Gateway, Smoke Signal, Rota, Storm, Book of Moon, and Mind Control. Then triple double-edged, double Musakani Magatama, double Fiendish Chain, double Dimensional Prison, 2 Solemn Warning, Judgment, and Dust Shoot. Then for the extra deck, Catastor, Shien, Naturia Beast, Barkion, Brionac, Black Rose, Stardust, Scrap, Trishula, and Ally of Justice, Decisive Armor. Zen Main, Steel Swarm Roach, Utopia, Blade Armor Ninja, and Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. And then for the side, Cyber Dragon, 2 Thunder Kings, Dark Hole, Mystical Space, 2 Mystical Space, 2 Chain Disappearance, Mirror Force, 2 Macrocosmos, 2 Rivalry of Warlords, and 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Basically, I decided to play the deck because I haven't got tour guides, and a friend of mine suggested that I use this deck because it's still pretty good this format. And after all, I really liked the deck. I had a lot of fun with it. I was doing really well at locals with it, and so I thought, why not? I'll take it to YCS. I went 5-3, so I did alright, I guess. I didn't make any misplays on the day, which was my aim for the event, but had a few unlucky cases, and I could have made some changes to the build. The build that I ran at YCS, basically, I didn't main a Maxi or an Ishii, and I had a second Kageki. I mained the Dark Hole, and I had a third Musakani Magatama and Mirror Force over Fiendish Chain, 1 Fiendish Chain, and 1 Dimensional Prison. So the build wasn't too different. I'll just talk about the deck. Like, most of you will know how Samurais play. It's pretty simple. You just get out Shien, and yeah, Smoke Signal went to 1, and Samurais were getting considerably less popular last format. So people were like, oh, the deck's dead. But Asceticism is really good for the deck. It gives it a really good turn 1 Shien rate, and overall the deck is still pretty annoying, which is good for you if you're playing it. I'll just talk about a couple of the choices. 2 Elder, 1 Kageki. I put Kageki to 1 in favor of Inishi, because Kageki is weak to Veiler and Maxi, and they're everywhere now with windups and Insectors coming up, and Inishi is something that I really neglected to test before the YCS because I didn't really give it much thought, but it's actually really good. You can use it to get rid of annoying things like Zen Mains, Lagia, stuff like that might otherwise kind of block you, so it's kind of useful. And then Grandmaster and Hand are at 1 because you only really need 1. Spirit of the 6 Samurai is a really good card. Pre-YCS, it was very much a plant meta, and Spirit of the 6 Samurai is amazing against plants. Of course, Rabbit won the event, undoubtedly won the event, and Spirit's kind of okay in that matchup, but I only played 1 Rabbit that day, so Spirit was good for the whole day. Maxi, I decided to put 1 in just because it is amazing this format, and it protects you from the wind-up loop. This build hasn't really got much space to put any kind of hand trap, any sort of techs really, in the build. It isn't plants where you can just really tech out as much as you want. But the 1 Maxi is definitely good. Then a lot of it's staple. Mind Control might be a bit weird, but this deck, it's really aggressive if you want it to be. Like, the way I built the deck, I gave it kind of a balance between offense and defense. So I didn't run things like Dojo, like I tested it, but honestly, I wanted as much flexibility and utility in the deck as possible. So like you can play it slow, just being down with Shien, getting simple pluses, or you can just straight up OTK. It's down to you. And mind control is really good. Just to take something like Thunder King, that would be a nuisance. Kills off Reaper, all of that stuff. So it's definitely worth running. Triple double edge. Some people might say that it's inconsistent, but in an asceticism build, believe me, it works, and it's such a powerful card. I ran 3 Musakani for the tournament just because it is really good. The only reason why I've put it to 2 now is because it isn't that great against windups or Inzectors. Like, there's no point using Magatama on whatever it's called, Inzector Hornet or anything like that. So it is at 2, and I'm making room for the 3rd in the side. But I just have to sort that out. And 2-chain, 2-dimensional prison, really good with Shien. So you need to protect your boss. And the rest of it's staples. For the extra, I run decisive armor, which is kind of unorthodox. Just because if you're playing agents and you get out decisive armor, it can just absolutely wreck them. And anything else like that, lights on, etc. I guess is pretty good. Pretty good. And the side is pretty much all standard. Macrocosmos over Dimensional Fissure is because Dimensional Fissure doesn't really do anything against windups or Inzectors. And Macrocosmos helps a lot against Inzectors. Also, I like Macrocosmos being chainable for things like Dark World. Dark World is a really annoying matchup. Like, if you get out the first turn the Cherry Beast or something, then it's fine. But yeah, it's a very annoying matchup. So Macrocosmos is good because you can chain it. Like, if they activate Dark World Dealings, drag down into their grave, card destruction, anything like that, suddenly their potential plus, it just absolutely wrecks them. So that's why I opted to run that. I also run Shadow Imprisoning, which I didn't at YCS. At YCS, I had Grand Mole in the side, which I took out because of space. I had Mind Crush in the side, which didn't work out that well. And that was about it. So yeah, anyways, let me know what you think. This is a really good deck. I think that's really good if you haven't got tour guides. You're just looking for a kind of budget deck to run. This build is definitely one that I would take up in the future. But yeah, please comment, rate, subscribe, whatever you want. Thanks a lot. It's Eccentric Boy, and out.